Being bored is a privilege that you keep trying to get rid of. Welcome back to the Purpose Driven channel, man. We are here, we are alive, we are kicking. Being bored is a privilege that you are trying to get rid of. Why? Why are you trying to get rid of that solitude with God that you've been missing out on for so long? Why are you trying to get away from building a relationship with yourself? Why are you running from the stillness within you that is going to feed you and give you the answers that you need to move through this life? Why? Why are you running away from prayer? Why are you running away from meditation? Why do we do that? Why are we running away from our own good? The version of us that's silent, the version of us that's still, the version of us that's listening to God's words, His glory, the version of us that's finally locking in with ourselves, the version of us that's finally having a conversation with who we are within. Why? Why are we taking boredom, the privilege of being bored, for granted? Think about that. Think about that. You don't want to be bored. I get it. You want to be entertained. Have you not been entertained enough? Has the world not entertained you enough? Is there not enough lust in the world already? Is there not enough scrolling on TikTok and Instagram already? Just thank God. I'm so glad that you clicked this video about something about self-improvement, pushing you forward, something that you can learn about, because people aren't doing that as often as they should. And this type of content is the most important content in the world, because I'm not here to entertain you. I'm here to help you understand the infinite entertainment, the entertainment that can't be bought, the entertainment that doesn't run on dopamine, the entertainment that is righteousness, the entertainment of God that is within you. You have to listen to Him. You have to understand yourself on a deeper level. That feeling of fulfillment comes through the silence. It comes through the stillness. It comes through the boredom. You have to be bored in order to create. A lot of us are moving at the speed of lightning, but we're not stopping. We're not creating. We're not listening. We have to listen to the consciousness that is above us and that is within us and get those downloads in order for us to know what we need to do at what exact time, at what exact moment. We need to listen to God's voice. You can't do that when you're always moving. You can't do that when you're never satisfied. You can't do that when you take the privilege of being bored for granted. There will be a time in your life where you cannot be bored anymore. I hope you're hearing me. There will be a time in your life where you cannot be bored anymore, because you have to get to work and you have to lock in. And that's what we've been talking about for weeks now. Locking in, being the best versions of ourselves, breaking free from temptation and lust. All of these things are work. All of these things are work. All of these things are work. That's what we talk about on this channel. Working hard, working for your dreams and goals. But in order for you to even understand your purpose, in order for you to even understand your goals, in order for you to even understand your dreams, you have to tap in with the consciousness. You have to tap in with the Creator, because you have to have a deeper understanding of what's going on. And if you don't have a deeper understanding, if you don't have clarity, then it's going to be hard for you to move. It's the same way a car GPS system has clarity on where it needs to go. And sometimes the machinery of a GPS is not perfect. Sometimes it doesn't have the updated clarity. Sometimes the GPS needs to be updated because new roads have been built, because new ways of moving has been built, because new buildings have been designed. And so sometimes GPS gets it wrong, and even GPS needs to update. So why do you, as a human being and a spiritual being connected to the Most High, why do you think that you don't need an update? Why do you think that you don't need an update? You need an update. You need to sit down and get your update. You need to appreciate the boredom. You need to appreciate the stillness, because that's how you gain clarity on your life. And a lot of us are unclear. We're unclear because we're never bored. We don't sit with ourselves. We're always doing something. And usually the things that we're doing are not conducive to our goals and dreams, and it does not help us. What in the world are we doing? Brothers, sisters, we have to get it together. And getting it together doesn't mean that you just work harder than everybody else in the world. That's a noble goal. That's great. But if you don't even know the goal or understand the goal or don't have clarity on the goal, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I'm sorry to break it to you. It doesn't matter. If I'm really keeping it real with you guys, this is why I tell you guys to go ghost, because you have to make sure that you are actually going ghost from your devices. You have to make sure you're going ghost from technology. You have to make sure you're going ghost from distractions. It's not necessarily going ghost from people for too long, but you want to be able to have a moment of solitude with yourself, because that's how you're able to hear God's voice more. And that's how you're able to understand the things that you need to be doing in your life. When you don't have clarity on the things that you need to be doing in your life, then you'll never understand how complex or how conscious you truly are, how you are given a gift in this world, and how that gift is supposed to keep on giving, how God can use you, how you have a purpose in your life and a burning desire to not just be successful, but to actually want to see others be successful and bless others. So in order for you to know what you need to be doing, in order for you to know your purpose, in order for you to actually lock in, you have to lock within. And a lot of times when we talk about locking in, we talk about locking in the real world when it comes to, doing work and stuff like that. And that's important. But have you been locking within? Most people don't. So don't feel bad. But now is our time to lock within. Purpose doesn't just mean having an external job. And I'm on my purpose. Purpose also means that you have an inner world, and your inner world has a purpose too. And the thing is, a lot of people neglect their inner world. A lot of people neglect their inner purpose. So I'm here to remind you to not do that. Don't do that. Spend your days, praying. Have an hour to pray. Have an hour to meditate. If you don't have an hour to spare, create time for these things, because it's important. But 5 minutes can still help. 20 minutes can still help. 10 minutes can still help. This morning I woke up, and usually I check my email, I check my notifications, and I said, I'm getting into a bad habit, even though there's nothing wrong with checking the updates of overnight things, because people might order merch, people might order my book. I need to see what's going on. I have work to do, making sure that things get in the hands of people, making sure that, people who support me, that I'm supporting them, and giving them the information that they need to access like the chosen ones or the brotherhood. I'm working on a lot of things, and I want to make sure that I'm putting my time and attention into the people that I love and care for, which is you guys. But I think you guys would agree, hey, Malik, make sure that you love and care for yourself first. And so when I woke up this morning, I read a book. I got back to that routine because I was missing that. I was like, what's missing? And I'm like, oh, I'm over serving, and I'm not taking care of me to the degree that I could. I still felt good, but I was aware that if I kept going, then maybe I could experience burnout. If I kept going this way, then maybe, I'm missing out on that connection with God. So this morning I did not touch my phone for the first hour of my waking, and I barely have been on my phone all day. So it has been an amazing experience kind of going ghost from my phone, even though my phone is very essential to my business and to social media. Obviously you guys are watching this video, I use social media to do positive work, but I still need to make sure that I am going ghost. I still need to make sure that at least for an hour, it's just me, it's God, the moon's out, right? Because I wake up very early. I'm reading a book, I'm praying, I'm meditating, and I'm setting the tone for the day. Showering, right? Showering, getting all that negative energy off me. We are not as locked within as we could be. And I want that to change. And I'm not here to blame anybody, but instead I'm here to hopefully make you guys aware that being bored is a privilege. Because as soon as I'm on my phone checking my email, then I have a million things to do. But I didn't do the most important thing, which is setting the tone for the day. And listen, set the tone as many times as you possibly need to, family. Set the tone in the day, set the tone in the evening, set the tone in the night. set the tone. Set the tone as many times as you need to. Setting the tone is having that connection with God, having that connection with yourself, being bored a little bit so you can get that clarity to know what is the most purposeful thing I can do in this moment. Not thinking about the future, not thinking about the past, not having all this anxiety, not overthinking, but understanding that the present moment is all that matters. Like right now, talking to you guys and listening to that fire right now is all that matters to me. I'm not trying to rush the video. I'm not trying to rush anything. I just want to be here with you guys. And that matters to me. Being in the moment, because when we're not in the moment, we miss the moment. So again, it's okay to be bored. Being bored is a gift. It's a privilege. And you should do everything in your power to use it to your benefit. Instead, people are upset when they're bored. They're like, oh my gosh, I have nothing to do. And it's like, yeah, you've been doing things for the past 10 years, 10 months, 10 days, 10 hours, 10 minutes, like 10 weeks, like you've been doing things forever. Like, yes, you have nothing to do because you've been doing great. Sit down. My wife has to remind me that sometimes. She's like, yo, sit down. Like, you're doing great. You're doing great. Sit down. She don't talk to me like that, but you know, it's much more nicer, right? Like, hey, baby, sit down. It's okay. Waking up at 4 a.m., you know, working on my goals and dreams, doing the things that I need to do to get me to the level that I want to reach. All these things are important, but what does it matter if I'm not working on me and spending time with me, spending time with God? What does it matter if I'm not in the present moment? We need to practice being bored more often. We need to practice being bored more often. The first link below to read my book, The Purposeful Man Playbook. DM me on Instagram, the word brotherhood. My social media will be up here somewhere. If you want to work more closely with me, these are the things that we talk about all the time. Join the chosen ones if you're battling with lust. Everything here on this channel is for you to be the best version of yourself. So most importantly, just hit post notifications so you can see when I post. I post every single day because I want to see you guys win. And we've been doing live streams lately a lot more. So tune into the live streams. I'll see you guys. Peace. God bless you. Be bored. Be bored. If you watched up to this point, comment the word bored. I'm bored and that's okay. I'm bored and that's okay. If I didn't learn to defeat that, she probably wouldn't be sitting here. I had to man up. When you're dealing with lust, that's some little boy stuff. And we got to be honest about that. As men, we got to come together. We got to help each other. If you really, really going through lust, bro, like I'm talking about it's really bad, DM me the word brotherhood. You might need more than the chosen ones if it's really getting to that point. You're going to say something?
Oh, I was going to say I'm proud of you. And I don't know who else better to teach men how to defeat that than you, or at least someone who's gone through it. It's not like you've been married since the beginning of time. You came out perfect and then you know everything. He had to struggle to even sit here before you. So this is information that he's had to go through, that he's offering you for really, it's pretty cheap. It's $11 a month. And I will see like the craziest thing pop up on my feed. And it's like you have these big bodybuilder men admitting that they have a porn addiction, admitting that they're paying for OnlyFans. And you look at them and you're like, how? But that made me, because I didn't realize how big of an issue it was until you brought it to my attention. And then I'm seeing men come on the internet and they're literally looking for an outlet. They're looking for a space. They can't hold it in anymore. And grown ass men are coming on the internet and they're crying about it. And I was like, no way. Then you see stuff like Lil Tay, Bad Baby, Bella Thorne, they're making millions off of OnlyFans. Who's buying it, men? I can't believe it. So I was like, oh, this is a real issue. I was like, wow. I was listening to a true crime video the other day. Married couple, looked like they had it all together. Turns out he been cheating on her throughout the whole marriage. They got 6 kids together, and he had a porn addiction. So it don't matter. Dudes who are in the gym and they're big and they're buff, you thinking that you think they have all these options, they're still addicted. Men who are in marriages, they're still addicted. Even men who have access and options, he has a wife. And he is still looking at other women on the internet. He's addicted. I'm not gonna lie, the way us women are dressed out here, men do not stand a chance. I went to the Weeknd concert yesterday, and oh my God, if you just dropped me in there and you didn't really tell me what I was there for, I could have sworn I was at a strip club. The amount of booty cheeks I seen, I had seen so much yesterday. I was like, where are these women shopping? What is going on? And why is no one wearing clothes no more? Now, I'm not a prude. You know what I'm saying? I know women, we look good, and when we look good, we feel good. We want to be outside with it and we want to look good, but I'm just like, hey, leave something to mystery. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the escalator, I'm literally looking up someone's skirt, not on purpose. I'm like, really? All that for the Weeknd? But it made me think, when you just step outside as a man and then women are just giving it to you for free, you know what I'm saying? You don't even have to work for it no more. Where are we as a society? The fits I seen yesterday, they was insane. That was crazy. Stay safe.
Chosen Ones, $11 a month. Go get it, man. And if you need more help, DM me on Instagram, the word brotherhood. We'll figure something out. We'll make space for you. A lot of spots are filled. That's not something for everybody. Just a select few of men that I picked that we could come together with. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.